Hey, what's up, y'all? It's me, Nate Almighty, and I'm back with another power video. Once again, this video is going to be about the up-and-coming spinoff that will involve Tariq and Tommy and Braden. And even though we only seen Tariq, Tommy, Braden, right? Maybe Diamond's going to be in there, maybe Jannard is going to be in there. We have to understand that this is going to be a full series. So even though we have not seen people like Diana and Effie being discussed when it comes to this spinoff, as far as there haven't been any announcements including them, of course you gotta know that the writers fully intend on expanding on their characters as well. So what I want to do with this video is, this theory video will focus on the future of Effie and Diana within the new Power spinoff, Power Legacy. I'm asking once again, is that officially going to be the name? That name sounds kind of like generic to me, but anyways, Power Legacy. We're going to discuss Effie's future, what's going to happen, what we can expect to happen with Effie's character, and also I'm going to then tell you what we can expect in regards to Diana in the new Power spinoff. A lot of these things that I'm speaking on, people have not yet spoken on. It has been overlooked. Some of these things you may have already suspected. If you feel like I'm missing anything in regards to these two women in the future series, y'all let me know what y'all think the trajectory of their characters are going to take within the future timeline. This video is of course going to be another banger, so go ahead, like, share, comment, subscribe if you're new here. Without further ado, let's get to it. All right, now y'all, let's break it down like this. All right, first let's talk about Effie. The writers have already given us a glimpse of what they have planned for Effie's character in the future. They probably didn't tell us much about her backstory the entire series of Ghosts, because they plan on finally giving us that in the new spinoff. There will be a lot of lore drops in regards to Effie Morales, right? They gave us a little something to bite on and speculate about when they introduced us to Effie's mother in the final season of Ghosts. Now you guys, let me remind y'all what that scene was. Effie's walking through school. This random Caucasian, Caucasus Mountain, beautiful older woman comes. She's talking to Effie. We now know that it's Effie's mother. She asked Effie for some money. Effie said no. The woman started talking very, very rudely to Effie. Effie kept it moving, right? But anyways, from that we can confirm that Effie is mixed race, and her mother is definitely problematic. I, for one, did not expect her to be mixed race. I thought that maybe she'd be fully Puerto Rican, or like half Puerto Rican, half black, right? But anyways, in the spinoff, we will see Effie's mother again, and Effie will be forced in one way or another to help her mother financially. This will definitely happen. Effie's relationship with her mother will be reminiscent of Tommy's relationship with Kate Egan, right? We already know that Effie said that her mother either was drinking or was drugging bad, right? And that was partly due to her losing her son, who was Effie's brother. We will get some more drops on that. I personally made a video saying that Effie killed her own brother. It is yet to see, but I believe we will find out that if Effie didn't kill her brother, maybe by mistake she had something to do with it. Because other than that, I don't see why she would be calling herself a monster when she was talking to Tariq that time. I believe it was season 1 of Ghost. This is way before she tried to have him killed or anything. So why would she be calling herself a monster, right? But anyways, right? We will also, matter of fact, when we go to how I said the relationship will be similar to Tommy and Kate Egan, you see how she was and how she was talking to Effie, right? If you pay attention, that's similar to the way Kate Egan was dealing with Tommy, especially early on in OG Power, right? But anyways, there will be a possibility that that woman will make peace with Effie before dying tragically, right? She might be sick right now, and that is the reason why she needs money. On the business side of things, Effie will of course be strapped for cash after giving her money to help Kane escape New York City. So she will be doing her thing, finding ways to make extra money for the organization while also skimming off the top. We will finally find out who the Asian woman from season 1 and 3 is. We will also finally find out who her father is. I think when we find out who her father is, it may be someone who can make connections to other older characters and past events in OG Power, maybe not. We are also looking at a potential situation where Effie will notice the turmoil between Brayden and Tariq, and she will tell Brayden they can stiff Tariq and go against him, right? At some point, Effie is going to be like, I don't want to work for nobody. I want the money to myself, okay? I also believe Effie will have a new love interest, but her next love interest will be a woman. There's no point in them showing her being with Tariq first, then being with a woman, then dealing with Tariq again and Kane, and for her to never deal with a woman again. We will see that, all right? She will be taking a break from men and not taking anyone seriously. And now, let's talk about Diana. Okay, now, y'all. Since we're speaking on Diana right now, the first thing I want to do is address both Diana and Tariq, because I do feel like Diana will play a big role, probably even a bigger role in the trajectory of also Tariq's character going into this new series. I believe that Diana will end up with Tariq again, and for the long haul, they definitely love each other. And they can relate more to each other than anyone else in the world from a romantic angle, especially after the events of season 4. Diana has not betrayed Tariq as bad as Effie did. And I believe that Diana will never betray Tariq again, especially after they was about to have this baby and they were going to bring the baby into the world together, which would have had them get together anyway, right? And for some reason, the writers made Tariq get over her last betrayal of him very easily with the whole pregnancy thing. Like within one episode, we went from Tariq finding out that Diana and Drew tried to have his mother killed and tried to have him killed. We went from him looking for them, about to kill Diana, to Monet being like, don't kill her, y'all about to have a baby. And then they were getting on that mode immediately. So the writers clearly do not want Tariq and Diana to be at odds, at least too much. So as far as Diana and Tariq, I do believe that when it's all said and done, regardless of what happens to Tariq in the end, Diana will be his woman whenever that situation happens. I believe that she will have the opportunity to prove her loyalty to Tariq in levels that Tariq would never have expected, and she's going to prove her loyalty. I believe that at the end of the day, when it all boils down to it, she will choose Tariq, and she will choose to give Tariq her unwavering loyalty, right? Now, going deeper into Diana's character, right? When I say that she can relate to Tariq in ways, and they relate to each other in ways that they can't relate to nobody else, it's simply like this, right? Tariq is responsible for the destruction of his whole entire family. He's the last one standing, basically, right? After watching his whole family crumble. Diana is the only other person that Tariq can relate to in regards of having your family and then slowly watching your family crumble, okay? Tariq still has Tasha, but if the writers kill off Tasha, that would bring Tariq and Diana even closer together, because Diana lost both of her parents. I'm about to say all like it's more than two. But like I said, they relate to each other in ways that Effie just can't compete with. And especially after Effie got with Kane and everything and all the extra things she done, Effie and Tariq is never going to get together again. They're probably not even going to look in each other's direction. You know what I'm saying? I believe that as far as that love thing goes, that the writers should just move on from that. Like, I don't even want to see a fling between Tariq and Effie, and you know what I'm saying? But going deeper into Diana's character and what we're going to see from her in the future spinoff, you have to understand that this is a new Diana who killed a cop for causing her to lose her baby with her bare hands. And then she also killed Noma's daughter, right? So now this is a Diana who not seasoned in the game yet, but she already got her feet all the way into the water. All the way into the water, right? She's moved a whole lot of drugs. She's made a lot of money. And she's caught murders, right? 2 revenge kills. So I think we're going to deal with a Diana that is going to be very petty, very vengeful. She's going to have anger issues. And someone like Tariq is going to need to be there to talk her off the edge often. She's not going to show a vulnerable side to anyone, and Tariq will be the only person who will be able to pull her to the side, hold her, talk to her, be a shoulder for her to cry on, right? Right? Because she's not going to show that vulnerable side to anyone else. And this is partially what's going to bond them. Now, some conflict that we can expect in the future in regards with Diana going on is Tariq getting closer to Diana, and Tariq naturally will put Diana in a position above Effie. And with Effie still working under Tariq, Effie's going to feel away, and her number one thing is going to be this. Her 2 main things is going to be this. First thing is, you knew me longer than her, right? We were doing business longer than her as a side B of that. The second thing is going to be, I was your girl before her. Yeah, I did everything that I did to you. She did worse to you too. She was, you know what I'm saying? She did worse to you, right? And you still choosing her over me. This is partly what the issues are going to be, right? And there's some conflict that's going to go there. Will we see the Effie and Diana fight that we wanted to see during the Ghost series? Maybe. Maybe not, right? There lies potential for Diana to kill Effie or Effie to kill Diana. There's a lot going on. Also, in regards to Diana and everything, right? We're going to see Diana deal with being alone, right? For the first time in her entire life. Drew's going to be in Paris. We're not going to see him, right? Kane is going to be wherever the hell he's at. We're not going to see him like that, right? Lorenzo's dead. Monet's dead. Diana will literally only have herself. So she will definitely be leaning on Tariq. Tariq will see what Diana's going through, and he will personally invest more time with Diana. Plus, Diana is good at selling drugs. So she gonna come up with little ideas here, right? She gonna have Tariq back in ways that, for whatever reason, Braden is not gonna be available at the time, whether he's dealing with drugs or some family stuff, or him and Tariq are at odds at the moment. This is what we can expect, right? Her being alone, her dealing with anger issues, right? Her leaning on Tariq more, as Tariq is going to be the only familiarity that she has in this world, right? Maybe she goes back to school, maybe not, but I believe that she's not going to give a damn about school, right? She want to move drugs. She wants to move drugs. That's what she's going to do, okay? Any new love interest for Diana, it doesn't matter, because once Tariq decides to take her serious, she gonna be with Tariq, right? And I also believe that when it's all said and done, Diana will get pregnant by Tariq again, and they will keep the baby. They will keep the baby. And here's another thing, right? Let's say Ghost never comes back. Let's say, for example, Ghost never comes back into the story, right? Or Ghost is supposed to come into the story after the spinoff. I believe that Tariq and Diana will have a kid. They will have a kid, and they're going to name this child James. Tariq, by this point, will understand who he is. He will hold himself accountability for the first time, right? He will be a more mature man after dealing with some more drama. He will respect and love his father again, and he will name his son James.
Can't teach that shit, nigga. Come on. That's God gifted. That's touched by an ink. That's off the dome, nigga.